Donald Trump, shortly after the CK unaliving, said, I think this is important, right? He said we need to go out and beat the hell out of the loony, leftists, right?
Satire, memes taken out of context, misquoted, social media pros. I mean,
What was the context, JB?
Whoa, 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 whoa! I think you need to throw in one more.
screenshots that
You
never
need to
happened.
JB. You need to throw in one more buzzword to convince me, okay?
I don't need any buzzwords, YN.
But JB, so how was that quote taken out of context?
How's what clip? You show me the source. What's the source?
So the reporter. I can tell you. So the reporter asked, "So what are we gonna do? What's your message to other political pundits out there, like conservative political pundits, who might be targeted like
taken out of context?" Okay,
right? That's the question I was asked, and he said, "Right, we need
Satire.
to beat the hell out of these radical loony leftists." And guess what? He's called Democrats radical loony leftists.
They're saying they're going to beat the hell out of people that don't fall in the line with them. So you fight fire with fire a little bit, right? Say,
yeah, he's calling upon violence against Democratic.
Well, what about all the bullshit calling violence on him, trying to unalive him?
What about that? Nice goalpost shift. Nice goalpost shift.
No goalpost shift.
Dropping you because I too many friendlies. So you.
What about the Dems?
What about the Democrats?
You guys are fucking power bottoms, clearly.
JB, can you concede the point that he did call for violence against Democratic law?
Yeah, and you enjoy it. That's what's really fucked up.
Hell yeah.
Can you
Hell yeah. Go be an unalive.
Can you condemn the president for doing that?
Yeah, get the YN to do it. How about that?
Okay. Half troll, half serious. Not fun.
What's wrong with being a power bottom?
This is definitely troll.
No, it's not. That's fine.
I'm just gonna call you Ima then.
That'll be fine.
Okay. What do you disagree with, or what do you want to talk about?
Number 2, Trump said he hates free speech. Now he can sue. He can sue the media. That's fine. But at the same time, he's not the one who told us we can't say certain words on fucking social media for 4 fucking years either. He didn't filter us out and say, hey, we have a fact-finding fucking false information entire panel of government officials directed towards telling people they can't say what the fuck they want to say, wrong or not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well then that's your people. That's your daddy. That's your pale-ass, decrepit, falling down the damn airplane stairs daddy.
So
yes, sir.
What do you so under Joe Biden, what exactly do you think that panel did?
They sat there and censored it. Are you drinking beer on camera?
It's Sprecher's soda.
I don't know. That's some kind of Yankees drink. That's cool.
Yeah, it's the best soda ever.
Why do you talk whiter than me? That's weird.
I'm proper. I had a good upbringing. I actually got educated. I don't speak with Ebonics. Okay.
I don't speak in Ebonics.
I don't speak in Ebonics. Yeah, maybe speak more like. Proper,
that's
okay?
Southern. It's a Southern accent.
Use some better.
Actually, I will differentiate though. I talk like this here.
To be clear,
Black people talk like this, man. When I'm down here, man. Hey, what you talking about, man? We're going down that shit. Like, hey.
I do not talk like that. Okay, you literally.
That's how black people where I'm from talking about. I don't talk in.
Okay, well, I don't talk in. Okay, I was raised properly. Okay.
Yeah, I know by white people.
Yeah, so white people.
White people. So I'm a.
By them whites.
You understand that panel, the only thing they're doing is they were recommending, like, hey, we suspect this, right?
Yeah, and they fucking took down my comments.
Or we expect this, or we suspect this to be like Russian disinformation, and then it was up to the companies if they wanted to take that down or not. They had full discretion.
Remember, yeah, well, they should not be taking my personal private citizen post online and like even looking at them like that. Like it's bullshit.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but they're like taking that information, setting it aside, and said this could be false. It's up to you now. You should not be selectively doing it.
Yeah, if private companies want to like work with the government to determine if something is like Russian information or not, disinformation, and then
private companies working with the government. Let's talk about how you're gonna talk. Like you gonna say that about Trump too?
What about it?
Because you just justified private companies working for the government.
Oh, I'm just saying it's not a violation of your First Amendment rights. That's all. Wait, what? Remember, the First Amendment is about the government and Congress not making any laws or restricting your like freedom of speech. if a private company has their own platform and they make a decision, right, to take something down, right, without being coerced to do it, then they can do that. That's not a violation of your First Amendment. That's why no lawsuit has been brought against the Biden administration, or ever was, or the Trump administration for matter of fact. Because remember,
there was a Biden v. Missouri that the Supreme Court sided with Biden about it.
Yeah, I don't think
that wasn't over this issue, though, right? Wasn't that different?
No, it was. I mean, it was over YouTube channels and Twitter accounts getting banned, but the Supreme Court said there's no damage that they can prove. Like, you could not blame Biden for it.
I mean, if I'm sitting here talking about the China virus and and the government says, "Oh, what you said may have been false," it's definitely leading the company by the nose and saying that they could.
I think, like, if you read the Twitter files, like, there's multiple instances. I think it was like 34% of all posts that the government like labeled Russian disinformation, Twitter didn't end up taking down.
They had 70% of them were.
That's a significantly high number.
Yeah, but it shows that there was no causality because most of the time the government didn't change anything. These posts were not taken down most of the time.
I wanted to address your comment.
They weren't before 2020, but whatever.
About private companies censoring.
Yeah, what's up?
So, while I agree that private companies have the ability to hire and fire people for what they say based upon their criteria of reflections of them, one of the things that was brought up is that large platforms no longer are in the private sector, even though they're privately held, because their influence is too large. So on X or whatever, Twitter or True Social, they reach so many people that they can affect elections by censoring.
Yes, you know why? Because
I never made the claim that they couldn't. I never made the claim they couldn't affect elections.
The operant word, though, host.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Yeah. I was going to say the operant word is media. It's media, news, social media or not. It's still media.
Okay, no.
It's still media.
The thing I was saying is that it's not a violation of your First Amendment rights. Like, of course, like when the private companies do it, it's not a violation, right? Obviously, if Twitter or like YouTubers banning like certain things about political candidate that could influence the election, nobody's denying that. Like, that was.
I agree.
So that was something that the Mueller
violation of First Amendment rights. I think most people don't really understand what First Amendment rights is. They think it just means you can say anything you want, and it really is more about the
government, not censoring.
But the government, yeah. But I do definitely believe that as long as you are not breaking the law about child pornography or drugs or other things that are directly part of the agreement statements of those platforms, that they shouldn't be filtered.
Yeah, CP, I got you. Okay.
But yeah, Joe Biden didn't violate the First Amendment rights of citizens, so I'm not like super concerned. If private companies and Twitter ask for this relationship, that's fine. And let's keep in mind that the relationship between Twitter and the government actually started under the Trump administration in 2019.
Yeah, when they started trying to censor him and took his account down.
Yep. It was his FBI.
Yeah. No, that
either
was
way.
Biden.
Well, no, the relationship between Twitter. Remember, right? The entire thing about the Hunter Biden laptop, right, is that while Trump was president, that the FBI had told Twitter and Facebook that the laptop. Well, they didn't.
So let me ask you this:
they flagged it as potentially Russian disinformation, right? But that was
why was there
under the Trump administration.
Why is there a Trump sandwich on Twitter though? Where when he was president, he's allowed on Twitter. When Biden was the president, he was not allowed on Twitter almost the entire time. Now he's president again; he's allowed on Twitter.
No, it's because Twitter banned him 3 days after J6.
Right.
Yeah, it was because his rhetoric online.
It's just hilarious now that he's president again.
Trump was banned off Twitter under his first term on Jan 9th.
That's true.
He's allowed back on because Elon Musk bought the website and unbanned him.
That is also true.
There you go.
So what's your point? Clear, Trump was banned on Twitter under his first term.
Yeah, at the end of it.
Biden had nothing to do with it.
Well,
I just think it's funny that he has freedom of speech in his first term and second term, but not during the break of.
No, he got it. No, he lost his Twitter account under his first term, and he got it back under Biden.
No, he got it back under
No. His second term.
He got it back before the election when Biden was. What the fuck are you guys
Yeah,
talking
Elon
about?
Musk bought it before the election. He's right.
I remember it differently, but I won't argue you. You're probably correct. One of the
I
things
do
that
remember
bothered
it
me
correctly.
was
Okay,
during
just to be
the-
clear, I need to make my positive claim, right? So, I think the problem is here is that like the right was like has essentially for the last decade since Gamergate been super like free speech, right? And like super 1A and like supporting the First Amendment, and they complain about like the Hunter Biden laptop and all this being violations of the First Amendment when it wasn't. But then Donald Trump comes into office, and we have multiple lawsuits, and I'm specifically referring to like a number of Harvard ones, where the courts came to determination that the Trump administration was revoking grants to try and coerce Harvard to censor some political speech on their campus, mostly surrounding like Palestinian issues. And the court's determination that's a violation of Harvard's First Amendment rights, which is super ironic coming from
Harvard is not a person. Harvard is an institution.
yeah,
It's
institutions
different.
still have First Amendment rights. You
What the
understand, right?
fuck? You missed that, dude. You totally missed that shot there. It's an institution, not a person.
They still have the First Amendment.
Yeah, institutions still have First Amendment rights, and the entire thing was
agree.
over their students being censored. So yeah.
Well, I agree that if you're here in the United States on a student visa and you are directly protesting against American interests, then the United States has the ability to censor.
Nope, they
Get out of
don't.
the country.
Nope, they don't. They have the First Amendment equally as any citizen.
Nope. I'm sorry, you're absolutely incorrect there.
AAUP v. Rubio established that they do have the First Amendment.
Well, they have a First Amendment right, but the government.
Yeah, so they
also,
can't.
just
Yeah.
like-
No,
just like
buddy,
the
you can't have both
organization-
positions. You cannot say they have the First Amendment, but the government can censor them. If they violate any law like citizens, then the government can censor them. But for the same speech, you cannot discriminate. They both have the First
No,
Amendment.
hold on a second. We just established a couple of minutes ago that a private corporation can remove people from their ranks if they
Yes,
don't feel like
not the
they
government.
represent them.
Yes,
Well,
not the government. The
has
First Amendment.
exact same
Yeah,
way,
we
and
literally
I
talked
know
about
this
this
is
between private
100%
corporation and
a
the
true
government
law.
doing it.
The
If-
First
if-
Amendment says Congress shall pass no law. It's a check on Congress, on the government, not on big entities like Twitter or YouTube.
I understand that, but if you're let in this country, just like any other country, if you go to Germany on a student visa,
Mhm.
and then you go protesting against something that the German government doesn't is for, then they'll remove you from the country.
Yeah,
That's
the
just way it is.
difference is that Germany does not have the First Amendment. In Europe,
they
they don't
do.
have free speech like the US does.
I
The
was
Germany
I don't know
absolutely
if like
has free
I don't know
speech.
if Mega believes in this anymore, but I would like to harp on the fact that like our founding fathers, right, believed in something called natural rights, right? It's in the Declaration of Independence, which are endowed to you by your creator, whether that's literally your mother.
believed
or
in
that's a
God.
higher power. But remember that distinction. Like these rights are naturally yours, right? By your mere existence. They aren't something that are gained through citizenship, right? And that's reflected in the language of the Constitution. The First Amendment isn't something that's determined by citizenship, it's determined by you being in the U.S. jurisdiction.
Yes, and citizens are in the jurisdiction of the United States. Non-citizens are not.
What? No, that's false. A non-citizen can be arrested. If I, for example, if I'm a migrant in the US and I murder somebody, I will get arrested and punished under Title 18
Yes,
of the US
because
Code.
you unalive somebody that's part of the jurisdiction
Yes.
of the United States.
No, even if I do
They
fraud.
are the jurisdiction. You're not.
That's all. If I have possession,
Wait, do you
illegal
know what
possession.
jurisdiction
Wait,
means?
real quick. If I have illegal possession of a firearm under U.S. jurisdiction, even if this harms no one and I'm the only one committing the crime, I will be punished under Title 18 of the U.S.
Yes,
Code.
because that firearm is part
And
of U.S.
deported.
jurisdiction, not you.
Yes. No, I will get punished.
Yeah, the jurisdiction is whether the court has the right to, or at least the court needs to establish
Ability to make you appear in
the-
court.
to appear in court,
Yeah, but-
right? So if
but
if
it's
you
not
can
equal
appear in
across the
court, then
board.
necessarily you're under that jurisdiction.
Yes, but there are different laws for different people. It's still within jurisdiction. It's not the same laws for everybody. It's different states have different laws. The
First
government-
Amendment is
We're talking
federal.
about the First Amendment. This is federal. This is for everybody.
Well, he was talking about the gun.
Yeah, but and no, we're debating what is jurisdiction. The First Amendment talks about people under U.S. jurisdiction, and every single person in the U.S. other than ambassadors are under U.S. jurisdiction. Therefore,
correct.
the First Amendment does apply to them.
Yes, but just because you're under a jurisdiction, that doesn't mean the laws are the same for someone who's a citizen and someone who is not a citizen.
It depends. For the First Amendment, it's the same. Unless you can prove otherwise. So can you please cite case law?
I don't have it in front of me, but I definitely know
Mhm.
that when you come into the country for a particular visas, a lot of the fine print says is that we can remove you for violations, for particular violations.
Yes,
And-
violations
Yeah, and also,
outside
I
of
don't
speech.
know-
Wait,
I don't know if
these
many
Violations
illegals-
outside of speech. can't
Yeah,
be speech
these
under the First
violations,
Amendment.
never mention free speech.
I
There's
don't
not
know
a single.
any
Yes,
illegals
yes, they
sick
do.
illegally.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
know.
Wait. Can you tell me what type of visa says you don't have the First Amendment? Please cite me the specific visas that
The
says
same
it.
one that
I
would say
didn't
that
say
you're
you
not
don't
allowed
have
to
the
buy a
First
firearm
Amendment.
if you're an illegal. That's why.
No, I know. Okay, which is? Is it like HB1? Is it TPS? Like what's up? What's up?
I don't have that right in front of me.
Yeah,
but
because
I
you made that up.
No.
It's
No, I
insane.
didn't
There's no
make it up.
case
Just
law
because
about
I
any
don't
of
have it in
it.
front of me, and you don't have that information either. Doesn't
The
mean
burden
I
of
believe
proof
that
is
you
on you.
made
You
it
made
up.
that positive claim, therefore you have to prove it.
I can, well, you know,
and otherwise,
hold
I'm
on just
correct.
a second. I'm going to put my phone away from my head just for a second, and
Okay.
I will prove it.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Like they lost in court. AUP v Rubio was on the basis that the First Amendment applies.
Right? That can't be appealed.
The injunction cannot be appealed. When we say ruling, the ruling was the injunction on the government. I think they're still litigating the remedies.
But okay,
But,
wait, when you say injunction, you mean the finding of fact and ruling of law, as in the determination that they did violate constitutional violations.
Yes,
That
this
can't
was
be appealed.
essentially an injunction which can be appealed. And they have 2 months, according to the U.S. code, for when it's against when it comes to
But
government
they can-
officials
Go ahead.
Yeah, most of the time, any injunction or ruling has a 30-day limit, but when it's the U.S. government
They have a
and
60-day
its
limit.
officers, it's 60 days. Yeah.
So the finding fact and rule of law, they did First Amendment violations of these students by trying to deport them, and detaining them for speech offending the First Amendment. But the remedy that can still be appealed, and like to what extent the courts can like give remedy to these students.
Yeah, for example, just because they put an injunction doesn't mean that they can just go, I want $10 trillion for the damages.
What's up, Tron? Is something happening?
Oh, hey,
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, really quickly.
So-
Yeah.
Really quickly. I live in a rural area.
Mhm.
Every rural area person knows jurisdiction. Because you know, if a cop from a different city pulls you over, you can tell him, fuck off. You don't have jurisdiction over me. This is not your land. This is not your territory. Like every person in a small town knows where the city limits are, and they know where one jurisdiction ends and another starts. If
There you go.
we don't have jurisdiction over immigrants, we could not arrest them. We could not deport them. Just like we can't with ambassadors. We don't have jurisdiction over ambassadors. We can't arrest them. We can't deport them.
Makes sense?
And an invading army, we wouldn't have an jurisdiction over an invading army, and we would have to treat them like criminals. We'd have to treat them like not criminals,
Invaders.
prisoners of war. If we captured an enemy army, we wouldn't charge them and indict them. We would treat them like prisoners of war. And those are the only three buckets that
Yes.
exist. You're either in the jurisdiction, you're either an enemy of the United States and should be treated as a prisoner of war, or an ambassador.
They should be treated like prisoners of war then if they're here illegally.
Yeah. We should
Yeah.
detain them and talk to their country of origin and exchange a prisoner swap for the act of war.
What?
I was
Wait.
thinking more like waterboarding, but whatever. I guess.
Whoa. I think.
Well, I'm saying that like.
That, I don't.
By the way, wait. By the way, I just want to point out the guy said he will come back with the type of visa. He just left.
Yeah, true. Oh no, wait, hey, Low. No, I wanted to talk to him. Fuck. Did he leave?
Yep, he left. He got
Oh.
deported.
Wait, is he?
Oh,
gone?
really quickly
I
with
was seeing
free
he was in the
speech.
comments.
With free
Kinda.
speech, the right to
Illegals don't
speak
have
is also
free
the right not to speak. Like the government could not pass a law saying immigrants must praise the Democrat Party for 1 hour every day on TikTok.
Yeah, but immigrants don't
that's-
have free speech. If they're here legally, they don't have free speech. They don't have
That's
obligations.
false. Wait,
So can we pass a law? Can we just pass a law saying immigrants must praise the government for 1 hour every day?
No, we need to pass a law that says illegal immigrants must get the fuck out of here.
that's
Yeah,
already
but
the law,
I'm
buddy.
Okay, you need to, guys. So I don't know if I was an immigrant here, right, and I was Jewish, and the government tried to deport me solely on the basis of me being Jewish, would that be illegal deportation?
The answer
No,
is
because no, they can deport you for any fucking reason they want. They're the government.
you're
Did you
delusional.
say yes or no?
He said yes.
Yeah, they can
He's
deport you
delusional.
for any fucking reason they want. You're on
It's
a visa.
you have a fundamental
Oh my
misunderstanding
gosh,
of
you
the
don't.
First
Yeah,
Amendment.
okay, yeah. I don't know. You understand
Yeah,
that, like, those
they-
people have first right to practice their religion, so you couldn't be deported just on the basis of your religion.
If you're a citizen, correct. If you're
Wait,
illegal,
can we
Citizens
deport?
can't be deported.
Wait. Could Trump just deport every migrant for being black?
he should, but yeah, that's
I have a
Oh,
question.
okay, yeah, you're racist.
Wait.
Got
How do
it.
you know if someone's illegal?
Oh my god, wait. So I just want to be clear. You want Donald Trump to deport people who are black.
yeah.
You don't
Well,
want
wait.
black people.
Can you answer
Even
my
citizens.
question?
Even ones that were
How do we?
born here,
Wait,
like-
real quick. How do we know if someone's illegal or not?
Drip, he
Wait,
doesn't
no,
care.
This
Just wants
guy's
to deport.
massively
no,
hiding his
why?
power level. Hold up here. Wait, do you just not like black people?
Black people don't like black people.
I'm asking you. Answer the question. Do you not like black
Are you
people?
fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?
I'm, are you
Why do you
racist?
think?
He can't answer a single question.
Why
It's
do you think that
insane.
you talk as white as you do? Because even
I'm
you don't.
are
like
you
black
racist? Yes or no?
Or you raised by white parents? Yes
I'm
or no?
are you racist? Yes or no?
Are your parents white?
If you don't
Holy
say yes or no, I'm gonna
spinelessness.
ask it one more time. If you don't say yes or no, you're definitely racist. Are you racist?
Oh
Yes or no?
yeah. No, you don't have to answer that. Yeah, I don't like black people. Yeah.
Does your
Duh.
wife love black
Well.
people when she gets fucked by them?
What the fuck kind of white man's answer was that?
What? I didn't realize that was a white man's answer. First of all, that
Drippy,
was a
what's up?
First of all, that was a question, dumbass. I know you didn't.
Also,
learn
I'm
that.
black
You're-
as fuck.
you're very
Like
young.
what? All right, we got a Ford up here.
Nicole, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something to that racist guy, but he left, so
Racist? What do you mean?
that's crazy. Does he know the South is the worst part of our country?
That what? The South?
The South is like the shit stain of our country. It's like worse in education, poverty, everything that's bad about our country is where that guy lives.
Yeah. Well, he's racist, so.
And it's not because of black people, bro.
Okay. I need to thin out the panel a little bit. Evil, I like you. Tron, you're definitely stinks. My mod. Drip Nos, I know you. Chandler, are you not?
Depends which side this. Oh, I just saw it. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, so you're getting kicked. Not because I dislike you. I love you. I just need to. I love all people.
Hey,
I
Scratch.
love all people.
I have a
Blacks, whites.
question.
And Nicole, things are coming up, but I need to see anything on the panel. Thanks, man. Yeah, what's up, Jake?
Obviously, this is a trending topic right now, but what do you think about the fraud going in Minnesota?
Fraud's bad.
Do you think there is fraud? Do you think it's a hoax? What do you think?
Seems to be fraud. Yeah.
No, it's overblown.
Well, it's overblown, but yeah, there's.
Why do you say that?
The most recent documentary that's going crazy on Twitter, a guy went at 1 p.m. to a daycare that's specialized for evenings. Like it opens at 2 p.m. and it was like, dude, it's the middle of the day. What
Oh
do you
yeah,
mean
I
there's no
remember
child?
that. Holy.
Yep.
Oh my
They just
god.
make shit up. Like you could see on the phone, it was I think
They make
109.
shit up.
Yeah, it
What?
was 109, and they said,
I
"Oh, there's
believe it
no
was
child.
actually in
It's
their
fraud. It's
working
fraud."
hours.
The daycare opened at 2 p.m. and closed at
Okay.
10.
Okay, so I have a picture for this. I could probably show you it. But he was standing on the other side of the building, not in the parking lot side, and it said the time of the day, which was around 2:40 something, and it said the temperature at the time. And this was around December 16th.
What
So
are we talking
not
about?
truly into
What?
No, I'm literally talking about it. You can watch the video and it shows you this. You know how there are some signs in certain areas that has the day and then the temperature it is, the degrees.
Dude, it was on the phone of the lady. You could see on the phone it was 1 p.m.
I don't really care. Like once again, fraud's bad. Fraud happens. Whatever.
Wasn't
It being overblown is really cringe. People trying to say this is like
No,
an
it's not
indicator of.
overblown. It's
Huh?
literally happening.
No, it is overblown. People
Yeah.
are
How would
like
you say?
huh?
How would you? Why would you say it's overblown?
Okay,
when,
so
you know,
if
there's
there's
been
a
previous sightings
fraud,
of it happening.
if there's a fraud ring of like I don't know, 84 white people who are found out to be doing fraud, and people start crying about how white people are like committing crime in our country and we need to deport them. I'd say that's getting overblown, right? Because we're
wouldn't say
we're
that's
starting to
getting
implement
overblown.
some kind of
I
we're,
would say
we're,
that's
we're
Minnesotan
arbitrarily
white
talking about the.
people
Can I
are
finish?
doing
Can I
crime.
finish? Can I
Same
finish?
thing with
Can I finish?
Somalian people.
Can I finish? Can I
Minnesotan
finish? Can I
Somalis are
finish?
doing crime.
Can I finish? Okay, thank you. Right, I would say that's overblown because we're taking a very small portion of the population and trying to use as a wider indicator of like the entire population, right? And that's just not a good enough sample size to say they do more crime. Same with the Somali.
How do you
thing. It's
explain the
overblown.
Washington Post? The Washington Post showed up to that same daycare a few days later, and they saw it filled with kids. Obviously, they were trying to hide the fact that there was no kids. There's literally a Washington Post article talking about how they went there and they saw a bunch of kids, and they reinforced their idea that it was a conspiracy.
I'll bring the article up. I want Jake to like address the argument I just made, right?
Yeah. Also, Pam Bondi bragged about the DOJ.
Please, Megan, I wanted to respond.
Yeah,
He
and I
won't
am
respond.
responding.
You
Nah.
didn't. It would be.
No,
like,
you're
this is-
saying
you
that
can't
there's
use
a
84
small-
people
No,
and
no,
then
no,
say that
no.
it's indicator of terror population.
Well,
That's
it's
super
not
dumb.
just 84 people, and it doesn't really matter if it's 84 people. It matters about the money that's been lost.
The money that's been
taxpayers
lost.
pay
I know.
money.
I agree. It does. But the fact that people are then saying that this is like there's a problem with like Somali
Then
immigrants in the
only a
country.
portion
That's
of the fraud
that
has
makes
been
it
found
overblown.
out. How about the
I
ones
don't
that
want to
got
use
away
this.
with
I don't
it?
want to use this as a pivot for Jake. But just to fact check you, the number on the phone said 109, and unless the temperature outside was 109 degrees in fucking December, then no, it was saying the time. Jesus Christ.
True. Yeah, I mean, like, how many cuts are in this video? Do you think it's just like all uncut, bro? Like, do you think whatever, man? Yeah, it's like, oh, bro, it must be talking about the temperature because at a completely different part of the video, like 37 cuts off, we see another clock like at some random whatever watching the city, and it says like 2:40 something. Like, wow, good job, bro.
I think I should react. to
Okay,
that
then
today.
why
That'd
wouldn't
be
they
really
let
interesting.
him enroll little Joey in the
Holy
daycare?
shit. Okay.
Okay, Jake,
Why
you work
wouldn't
at a
they let-
daycare. You see a
Why wouldn't they
No.
let little Joey enroll in the daycare?
because little Joey didn't exist. He wasn't there. Instead, behind him was a big ass
so
camera
do
crew.
parents bring their kids to the daycare to check it out, or would they go there first?
Jake,
Would they look at
why
the
as a
daycare and-
daycare worker will you let enter someone
would
that
take
you
their
don't know with a
paperwork
big ass
first
scam
before-
on his shoulder? Why? It was closed.
Especially when it's closed, yeah.
I can answer this.
So all
I've
the
had kids in
5
daycare.
daycares that he visited was closed. Coincidentally, on a Tuesday. Did you guys watch the whole video?
Dude, yes, there's
I
a
thought you
big
guys
ass
did.
camera on the guy. Why will you let someone you don't know enter when he's like, oh, I just want, it's for my kid, like my little Joey. Like, he's obviously lying.
You would give the person a quote.
Okay, I don't know. Why,
Even
this
so
is
that
such.
they
I don't
have
know.
a camera.
I just.
If
I
I
just don't
saw
give,
someone
I know,
come to
shut
my
the
place
fuck
of
up, shut the
business and they
fuck
had a
up.
camera, I would
Shut the fuck
serve.
up. Be
I would
quiet. Be quiet.
service
No, no,
them
no. This is
to
so.
get
No. Shut the fuck
positive
up. No, be.
PR.
Please be quiet, guys.
Your camera.
And this is no. This is to everyone live. I understand he's wrong. I understand this is a bullshit video. this just isn't like super effective rhetoric, though, to be like overly semantic about this.
Okay, so why did the FBI showed up 2 days later, a day later, something like that?
Okay.
After the video
so
dropped to investigate.
Jake, do you think it's like fair for people to be using this to try and like propagandize about how like Somalians are like ruining the country?
Of course, not ruin the country, but Minnesota in specific. Do you live in Minnesota?
Really? Okay. Do you think?
Let
it's...
me drop you a little
Wait,
nugget. I live in
Jake,
Minnesota.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Jake, do you think like it's generally a good thing to try and take a very small group of one that belongs to one population?
Well, you're
and
saying
then,
it
and then say
as
that and
a
expand
very
it to the
small
rest of
group
them?
to diminish the money that's been stolen. Who does
Holy
the
shit!
money
You're not. Wait. I want.
benefit?
You didn't
It
answer the
benefits.
question. Can you answer the question, Jake?
It
Do you think it's
benefits.
Jake,
What do you call it?
Jake. If I pointed
The
to 80,
terrorists in
Jake,
Somalia.
Jake, finish, Jake. If I pointed to 84 white people, right, who had done schmurders this year, and then I said there's a problem with white people in the country, do you think that's a fair analysis?
Of course, it's a fair analysis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because that's too many white people to commit crime at a specific saturated location for no reason. So I would just say white people in that location are murderers. It's that simple, bros. You're trying to make this a semantic argument by saying, "Oh, it's just a small portion of the people that are doing the fraud." It's still fraud, and it's still billions of dollars being funneled
I'm not
to third world countries. And it's affecting the taxpayers.
To be clear, there's way more than 84 schmurders that have happened in the entire country, not less than like individual states.
Okay, so now you're pivoting.
But I don't think you would. I don't think. Do you think there's a problem with white people committing crime in this country?
Okay. So you gave me what's it called? You gave me a scenario, and I've defended this scenario from my point of view.
Do you think there's a problem with white people? Wait, Jake. Do you think there's a problem?
A semantics thing.
I'm not trying to be semantical, Jake.
It's way more than 84 murders. Nobody's fucking talking about murders. We're talking about fraud here, and how it affects the taxpayer. Okay.
Jake, do you think there's a problem?
So please stop interrupting me. Okay, I'll give you your time.
Jake, do you think there's a problem with white people in the country committing crime?
What?
Do you think there's a problem with white people in the country committing crime?
Yeah, there's a problem with everyone in the country committing crime.
Okay, I agree, right? So do you think it's a little weird that we like would focus on one race or ethnicity or group of people from nationality?
Well,
why wouldn't we just say it's crime just bad in general?
So the way I look at it is everyone gets their turn in the spotlight, okay? This is their time to get put in the spotlight when they're stealing massive amounts of money. Look, there have been times in this country where we took a spotlight and shone it on white people who are committing tax frauds, white-collar crimes, and hacking big companies to get a bunch of money.
Nobody would say white. People would just say crime because they
Yes, they do. Yes,
yeah,
they
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, nobody
yes,
ever says
do.
Nobody says white. People just say crime. Right?
Everybody says that. Everybody says that.
No.
Who are you to police people and say nobody says that? What proof do you have for that? Everybody says that.
Yeah, when people talk
Could you find a news report?
Yeah. When people talk about crime, they don't usually say, "Oh, there's a problem with white people committing crime." There's a problem with,
of course they do.
No,
like
what?
In the whole Enron scandal,
can you prove that?
Was one person like, "Man, white crime is out of control."
Yeah, nobody ever said anything like that.
Not a single news reporter, article, anything.
Yeah, Scratch.
Wait,
I usually give it to you when you
I just wait, Jake. So when people,
but this one you've completely lost it.
Jake,
you're downplaying the heck out of this.
I'm not downplaying
real
it.
people are being affected.
I'm not.
Real
Jake,
people
Jake,
are giving money to
real
the
people are
government
getting harassed
in order for it to be lost and given to some random terror group.
I'm just gonna meet you, Jake. Do you think it's like, Jake? Do you think it's like fair? Like when people are talking about like crime being committed by immigrants, are they generally trying to say like, oh, this instance of crime happening means that like immigrants are committing more crime compared to like the native population? Is that usually the argument that this is an indication of a wider like broader problem of immigrants committing crime?
Okay, by asking this question, you're moving away from the fraud that we're talking about, and I'm completely fine with giving my personal thoughts on this.
Can you answer that question? When people are when people are talking about this, are they trying to say like there's a wider problem of immigrants committing crime in the country?
No, not necessarily.
That's usually what they're saying. Like I like when I talk to people and I ask about this, they're like, "Oh yeah, Somalians are committing crime and immigrants are coming to the country committing crime."
Well,
Donald
this
Trump
is a
uses
bunch
this to
of
demonize
they
immigrants
say
and
that
talking
you're
about the
saying
crime
right
they
now.
commit. Huh?
You're just You're just saying they say, and I'm supposed to believe that.
Yeah, do you want me to like get a statement from politician? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Scratch, if
Yeah.
an immigrant gained $150 through a fraudulent Bitcoin thing, do you think they should be investigated?
If they gain what?
$150 million off of a Bitcoin flip scam, pump and dump scam.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, do you know what Molina did? Molina Coin, she made $150 million on a pump and dump scheme, which is a type of fraud, by the way.
Here, he said, Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of the great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over, he posted. And Trump's announcement of termination of Somali TPS soldiers in Minnesota's Lily Pomeroy wrote, while the president, and then he's trying to revoke like TPS status. So it really seems like he's saying that, hey, this fraud that's happening right now, right? Or it's actually it's exactly what he's saying. It's fraud's happening right now. It just means that there's a broader problem with crime in Somali population, which is going to justify my policy of revoking their TPS status.
Okay, so you just answered your own question.
Yeah, I just read a statement from him. Cool. So you would acknowledge that, like, that's what they're trying to do, correct? A lot of people when they say that.
Could you re-say your question before you went into the
So
quoting
like
of
you
some-
acknowledge that when people are talking about this and talking about crime that Somalis commit, they're saying there's a wider problem with like Somalians in this country committing crime.
Yes, of course. Not in the country, but in the great state of Minnesota. Yes.
In Minnesota, okay. So like,
yes.
If we look at
Did
like,
he say
if,
the
if we
great
look
state
at
of
if we look
Minnesota?
at sorry, if we look at
Did
if,
he
if
say
we,
the great state of Minnesota, please?
huh?
Did he say the great state of Minnesota?
He said billions of dollars in crime and fraud, and he mentioned Somalis.
You
and the
have
only
it on
place
your
that's
screen.
happened
Pull it up.
is in
You
Minnesota.
have it on your screen.
Huh?
You have it on your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, he did say that. Okay, so that lines up with what I said. What I said, right?
Okay. Are Somalians
Okay.
committing disproportionate amounts of crime?
Yes, of course.
Right, let's
Did
for
you hear
that.
about the 250 million of fraud case that happened
That doesn't.
a
That's
few
do
years
you
ago?
think? And do you think citing individual crimes to me is gonna like lead us to some wider indication of how much crime a given population commits?
Well, in that crime, in that what's it called? In that case, about
Have you heard of
probably
what Jeffrey
100 people.
Dahmer has done? Of course, there's a problem. With,
Please
like,
come, please
white people
let me
committing
speak,
crime.
please. You're interrupting
really?
me, Scratch. You're interrupting me.
Okay.
So of 100 people involved in that scam, like 10 of them were white and 89 of them were Somalia. What do you have to say about that? 250 million, some which appeared in the ISIS and.
Do you think 84 people are enough to say that a population of over 500,000 is disproportionately committing crime?
Okay, so when you look at it, okay.
The sample size for
84 people.
like a
Wait.
decent
Oh,
survey is
you're
1,000.
you're
by the way.
interrupting me,
Just
Scratch.
by the way.
Scratch.
Go ahead, dude.
I don't know. This seems bad faith. I mean, I'm trying to, talk as fast as you're talking and, get my points in, but not like I'm trying to win
Yeah, if you
points,
want to
but I'm
virtue
really
signal,
trying
you
to
can do that in a different
understand.
panel, bro. Okay,
But
you
then
make your
you're
point.
interrupting me.
Cool.
Like again.
Cool. Make your point.
So when we're seeing this problem come over and over again, where that was a big indictment, where the
Yeah, you're
people
not gonna
saw
say
that.
anything.
What?
We're not saying anything. Fuck that.
Don't forget that Trump pardoned one of the largest healthcare frauds in American history.
True.
Yeah, what does that have to do with Minnesota?
Because Trump doesn't care about healthcare fraud because they
Oh,
gave him
sorry.
money.
What was the amount they did versus what we're dealing with in Minnesota?
I believe it was orders of magnitude larger, but I can go double check.
Who's the amount?
And then maybe also explain the relevance of
Who's the
why we
amount?
should be letting more. So are you saying we should let more Somalians in? Because they benefit us how? What diversity do they offer that's so great?
Well, I wasn't making a point that we should let more Somalians in currently. I was
Sure,
making,
but
what I was-
obviously you're fighting
okay.
for them right now, so Let's hear it. What's the benefit?
Can I finish? Okay, I was making.
No,
the
no, 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 no.
Okay,
Don't
wait,
finish.
finish.
Don't finish. Go ahead now. Answer this.
I'm gonna,
What benefit do you think
I never
they do
asserted that-
bring?
I've never asserted
Sure,
that
sure.
claim in that
But you're
conversation.
fighting for them, so I want to
Yeah,
know
I'm
what you
fighting
think
for-
is the benefit.
I'm fighting for anybody.
Equality?
Can I finish?
Are you fighting for equality?
Okay, so
huh?
you're,
Is that
I'm
what it
gonna
is?
mute you if you don't stop talking. So what I'm fighting for is the fact that we shouldn't take individual instances of any group committing crime and try and like say that that's an indication of a broader like trend in crime happening in a group.
Yeah, but
So
it
it'd
seems
be
like if
really
we did,
disingenuous-
we wouldn't be running into
it'd
this
be
problem
really-
if we just
it'd be really-
stereotyped.
It'd be really disingenuous if I
Like
took
if we
Jeffrey
just
Dahmer
stereotype
and-
pussies, we probably wouldn't be in as much trouble as we're if we stereotyped who we consider weak men. Incompetent, really. Incompetent when it comes down to it. It's like, oh, look, I know the procedural of whatever, but I just make these really...
What?
Really...
What point are you
really-
making? Huh?
I'm saying that weak men just seem to not really know what's important in life.
Holy fucking pivot. Stay in. Lock in, little gup, okay?
What I'm getting
Lock
at is
in.
the fact that you're fighting for the Somalians. You're not really giving me a reason why we should be. Why are we fighting for Somalians?
Sis, lock in.
I have
lock
the
in.
numbers.
Yeah,
So
no,
it
I'm locked
was
in right there.
200 I have the numbers. $205 million.
Compared to 8 billion because of Somalians.
Well, the Somalians, I think they're alleged to, and 100 of
Yeah,
them are alleged
boy,
to have done
everything seems to
250
be.
million.
Hey, let me ask you. Yeah, so since we're alleging things, out of those 10 schools the kid interviewed, how many of them were fake? Are you positive on that? That one? You're positive on
I
one
don't
out
think
of the
any
10,
of them
huh?
have been proven to be fake.
Sure, and I'm sure. Hey, I'm sure your side's gonna
Okay.
be right.
But to
You
be
know,
clear,
clearly,
you don't wait.
clearly,
So,
when it comes
wait,
to speculation, you
wait,
guys are on point.
Wait. So, do you disagree with the point that we shouldn't like take very small sample sizes or very individual instances of crime happening and then try and like attribute that to a broader like problem? with crime in groups?
Is that what you think? Is it you think it's only a sample, huh? You think it's that
Yeah,
one
we
white
can look at
person
the
at
we
the
can
head
look
of it,
at
and
we
that's
can
it,
look
huh?
yes absolutely we can look at the PNS data. AS data.
You're-
We can look at the wait. Can I finish? We can look at the Cato data.
No,
of, like,
why? Why
incarceration,
look at it?
And we can see.
Why
yes,
would I trust
okay, if
somebody
you-
who has
so
the lens
if
of a
you-
weakling?
If you look
Dude,
at it, then
what's the
you can
point
look
of
at
you
the
absorbing all this
you
knowledge
agree.
if you're too incompetent to process it properly?
Holy
What's the
shit.
point? Dude, what is the legitimate
What if-
point if you're
wait,
too
what if I said that's
incompetent to
wrong?
process the
Wait,
data
what if I
you're
said that's
given?
incompetent? What if I said that's incompetent?
Basically, you're willing to read all these whatever your reports you're reading, what good does it do if you can't fucking computate the fucking data?
What am I not computating? Wait, can you?
As
define-
far as I'm
can
concerned, you
define
have
that word?
to give you an example, you saw how dipshit there said, hey, look at this fraud scandal that I'm going to pivot to. That was in the $200 million versus this $8 billion fucking
clear, that was
fraud,
Tron.
which
I never,
we know
I,
why
wait,
you guys
notice-
want to
notice
play the
how-
race
wait,
card.
Notice how when I
We
wait.
know, again,
Swole,
child, we know
Swole,
you want to
lock
play
in.
the race card
Lock
to
in, Swole.
obfuscate.
Swole.
You
notice how when I asked you for how I'm being incompetent, you had to pivot to what Tron said. Stick on
You
subject,
want to
little bro.
obfuscate the problem via the race card.
Lock in.
Because you didn't want to
Lock
show
in.
how one, immigration
Swole. Lock
fucked the
in.
shit out of
Okay.
this country.
Fuck him.
By the way,
Holy shit.
I don't know
Oh,
why. We
man.
should just like bite the bullet that yes, Somalis actually are good for the country. They are good for the economy. Immigrants as a whole
Yeah.
have a positive
I'm
effect on
willing-
wages, jobs.
I'm willing to bite that bullet, but when somebody immediately comes up and is like that aggressive and is trying to make me like take some other claim or they're having a conversation, it's usually because they're like super disingenuous, like he is. I like if
Yeah.
I'm not like I can talk about immigration plenty. We can talk. I could talk about like
I don't
oh they're
understand.
beneficial. Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead, Tron.
Oh, I don't understand how these people worship such a weak man. Trump is like a little baby bitty, like a beta butt bitch. He will submit to anyone who he thinks is being nice to him. Like he's like the ultimate beta. Also, like you should ask people. Imagine like a powerful general who like stands straight and is completely organized and controls his men. Then imagine an angry emo teenager. Which one is Trump closer to? Which
Angry
one of
emo
those people is
teenager.
Trump closer to?
Angry emo
Well,
teenager.
obviously, it's an angry.
Like this is
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
person
he's
who like
nowhere
gets all
close
mad
to
when
an
the Democrats say,
organized-
"Hey guys, make sure to follow the law." Alive them, kill them, kill them. They said follow the law. Ooh. Super funny. Who's breathing heavily into their mic?
Your mom?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was you.
That's pretty good. Dims are slow, but they're leering. Based.
Debs are slow, but they're what?
Leering.
Leering?
Yeah, because of the Leering Center or whatever. They misspelled learning on the sign. Yeah, that was the joke.
That's kind of fun. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that's pretty creative. You know, credit where it's due. Probably
I'll give that
the
one.
closest thing to an original thought he's come up with in his entire life.
True.
But wait, to be fair, he probably saw it on Twitter.
But that's like half the really, really good jokes. Okay, like half the good Charlie Kirk jokes. Okay, Twitter. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
the leering joke is gonna go on for like maybe another week. The Charlie Kirk shit is here to stay. I know Republicans are really malding about that. They're really upset about the Kirkified AI images and stuff. But
Are they that upset?
yeah, I know.
Wait,
Like
have there been,
I know
like, actual
people in my.
politicians?
I don't know if actual politicians are losing sleep over it, but I know people like 3 or 4 different people in my personal life who like really get their panties in a twist over it, like grown men.
Hey,
too.
you should just tell them that, you know, we're keeping his memory alive. You know, people would have
Yeah,
forgot about
exactly.
him if it wasn't for us memeing on him.
True. I mean, otherwise he was a pretty mediocre debater.
Holy shit! Yeah, he got destroyed by fucking Vosh. Did you all watch that debate?
Nope, I don't watch a whole lot of Vosh.
It was a really long time ago on Tim Pool.
Yeah, he got.
Somalians
it
are
wasn't even
awesome,
fair.
and if we
It was
only
really
got
bad.
Tampon Tim to keep him coming over, true.
Not a single good faith behavior up here. Good faith behavior debater, like what?
Five behaviors.
5 behaviors. I've done 5 good behaviors.
Right.
I think I've done between.
I
6
think
and-
I've done at least 3 behaviors that are good. Yeah.
Oh my god. Interrupt people all the time. Yeah, because you're not answering the question or you're getting off point. That's why you got dropped, because you just kept repeating yourself instead of actually engaging. Which is kind of sad. By kind of sad, I mean really
Sad, frankly, very sad, and honestly,
frankly,
one of
that's
the
very
more
sad. If you couldn't engage
frankly,
in the actual topic, you had to keep pivoting, keep talking.
Joker Jake doesn't like engaging in the topic, so we had to boot him, didn't we? We had to boot him. We had to deport him from the great
Always jerking this shit, Jake. He just didn't engage.
Jerkin Jake over here
Jerkin' Jake.
complaining about being interrupted. Well, how about you don't have a weak boy voice? How about that? Maybe you wouldn't get interrupted so much. Perhaps then you would be more assertive.
Perhaps we'll take a look into it.
We're looking into it now. My best guys are looking into it right now. John Eastman, the best lawyer of all time. They say the best constitutional lawyer of all time is writing up a memo about how we can deport Jerkin Jake.
He's so. I love how he hedges on everything too. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. We're not.
Like,
at the point yet
I
where
get
we
like
make people
politicians are slimy.
invalidated.
You know how politicians will be slimy, but then like there's some things you'll ask them like, "Hey, do you think like Schmurder is bad?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, of course Schmurder is bad." And Trump is just like, "I don't know. I've heard that it can be pretty bad, but there's like, I've heard from some people. People told me that it can be okay sometimes, and I'll have to take a look into that. But yeah,
Are we
no.
not at the point yet to where we can have people like this eliminated? I don't know what you mean by that, buddy, but what it sounds like is that your president is already 4 steps ahead of you. He's been calling for the assassination of his political enemies. So, you know what? Maybe that's your guy. Mm.
Oh my god, this can't be. This has to be the kid again. Where's YouTube Studio at? It just disappeared. Trump, what's up?
That's Trump Sucks Bubba is the full name.
Yeah, I'm just saying Trump.
Oh, okay. No, man, I had a little song that I was gonna do. Little rap.
Little rap.
Want to hear it?
Okay. Let's go. Let's hear it.
All right. I put a foot in Trump's ass, put my knee on his throat, call him Donnie Deep Throat. He's a dick-sucking goat. Fucking disgrace. Putting MAGAs out of place. Oh, shit. That's just the start of it. There's more to go, but, that's all you should like to get in. I got another one, man. I don't like the man with the spray tan looking like a scoop cantaloupe. Got Bubba's cock down his throat. Bam.
Have a good day, bro. Have a good day, my man. Rinyold, I see you, bro. Are we not at the point yet? What's up, bro? You just chilling? I was thinking of I don't know if people made a video debunking the I don't even know, the guy who went like into Minnesota and was like going to daycares and stuff. It's like, oh look, they're all fraudulent, bro. But I think I might watch that. Might be pretty chill. Trying to troubleshoot my shit or stuff. Good luck on that. I'm trying to get debaters. I think High Father's just requesting. Oh, she's my brother. Scratch mute. Well, what do you mean scratch mute? Like, am I muted on my... He was singing about Floyd. YouTube comments need to chill, okay? YouTube comments need to chill. Good luck, kid. I hope you open your mind and do some real research. What does that even mean?
So, Scratch, did you have a fun time spreading
I'm
holly
muted?
jolliness to...
Wait, how am I muted? I'm muted on my YouTube side?
Good for the economy. Immigrants as a whole.
YouTube side? Is that true?
Good for the economy. Immigrants as a whole.
Wait, oh, you aren't muted. How did I misread that? Why would I? I love to help this kid. America Russia ambassador, if you want to like debate me sometime or help me out, you can always join my Discord or come on TikTok and debate. I'm happy to do it, okay? There's Linktree in my
Scratch,
bio,
wait.
bro.
Scratch, look at my thumbnails. They're so ass.
They're fine.
My thumbnails are Huh?
Your thumbnails are fine. John, what's up?
All right. I have irrefutable proof because it is I, Jeffrey Epstein.
4-follower account. Clocked it and do y'all even pay bills to even talk about politics law? You don't need to pay bills. First of all, yes, I do pay a bill. I pay for my CapCut subscription so I can edit my videos. Okay, first of all.
I pay for my Renewed subscription, my CapCut subscription, my Crunchyroll subscription.
I wasn't asked. It was a joke, dude. It wasn't really.
And my subscription to your mom's OnlyFans for sure. On top
We're
of that.
twins, little bro. Shut up. Okay.
I wasn't talking about. I was talking about the Chatter's mom, not your mom. Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. I thought I insulted you, so I thought you were getting after me. I was talking about like you don't need to pay bills to talk about politics. Like, come on. Like we're talking about fraud in Somalia. Sorry, or fraud in Minnesota by Somalians, right? We're talking about stuff. Paying bills has nothing to do with that, right? Like what your understanding of fraud is. Or we're talking about like legal stuff and indictments. Paying bills has nothing to do with that. Like we're talking about the First Amendment.
Wait,
those are things you have
can
to do
I not manage
independent research
guests?
for. I don't know. Maybe they're not requesting, at least on the one side. Oh, they have a private account. I just accepted your guest request, so yeah, that's your fault.
Wait, Scratch, why don't you get any motion on the TikTok side?
I'm not getting any motion on the YouTube side yet. We're at 17 viewers right now, and we peaked at like 40. 35. No, 40. Yeah, no, yeah, 45. Hopefully this fixes it. Can I come up? Yes, I literally accepted your request.
N-word spam, I bet.
Hello?
What's up?
There's this guy. This is a 12-follower account, just by the way. How's it going?
I don't have many friends.
Cool. Do you just hear from the prompts?
Yeah, let me read them really quick. So...
Wait, you didn't read.
Wait, that's a troll. They didn't read the prompts before coming up. Kick them. This is a troll.
Why'd you come up?
I'm not trolling.
You didn't read the prompts.
Wait, why'd you come up?
You didn't read the prompts before coming up.
I
kick them.
don't believe that Trump wants to unalive Democrats.
Why'd you come up here originally?
That's why.
Good call out. I fixed. Hopefully this fixes it. Can you take a picture of your new setup and put it into Discord? Put in like spam. I don't know. I'm sure. You say Bubba, but with evidence, you have link, please. Who knows? Maybe I flip. Who knows? Maybe I flip. People, it was obviously a joke. What, like, really? Somebody came up here and did like was joking about doing a joke, and they are rapping. Like, obviously, people are being serious.
Scratch,
once
did you
again,
ever
like, you guys
message
can always,
Enzo's
if you
second
guys
account?
want to debate me or want to help me out, you can join my Discord or you can come on TikTok and we can talk. I'm happy to end.
Scratch, did you ever
post this
message
live.
Enzo's second account? Or...
No, I thought that was your job since you were the one requesting.
Okay, cool. I'll go do that. I was just wondering if you did.
Okay, if he denies it, then you can make like the Enzo Mogger video. I don't know.
No, Enzo's name doesn't start with M. What the fuck?
I don't know. I'll figure something out. I know what's up.
I'm going through my own personal 911 right now.
Okay, what's happening?
The Bluetooth on my computer is not working.
Okay. Oh, is that how
So that
you
means,
do,
like-
is that how you do record while on other people's lives, right?
Yes. And that's how I probably have to record while doing my own lives now.
Oh well, TikTok added a new feature. You can share the live recording of certain moderators. So
It's
I
not
have
a
it
new
turned
feature.
on
I've
for a
had that
couple.
on for a very long time.
Huh?
Okay. It's not a new feature. I've had that
Really?
on for a while.
Well, are you serious? Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah, that's
all of
like-
my live
did you not
recordings are
know
shared
about
with
that?
you.
I know, and I appreciate
No,
it.
I didn't.
I did see that you started sharing it, and I do greatly appreciate it. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, because asking you for shit is fucking hell.
But if this doesn't work, I'm like fucked. I can't tell. The problem is too, I can't tell if it's. Oh, fuck! I thought that could have had it. I can't tell if it's a problem with my Bluetooth on my computer or if it's a problem with this program.
Oh my god. America, Russian ambassador doesn't know about the Eugene Carroll case and he says I don't know anything? Holy shit. Yeah, he lost it. Oh my
Carroll.
gosh. Please
Drew,
get
this
on
is
my
like
chat.
Ido. This is like Ido was like, you don't know about this part of the court case. You didn't read.
Well, no,
anything.
the
You
part he was
can't
like
read,
he was like
bro."
trying to he was like doing the you don't know anything, little bro. I'd be happy to come on and help you because you're just a kid who's nothing about politics. And then some person in the comments like debating him about the Eugene Carroll stuff, and he didn't even know like the court case. This is like this is like Trump bashing 101. Okay, everybody should have their talking points for this one clocked at this point.
Launch. Why is it connected to my fucking phone? It shouldn't be. All right now. I think there's a permissions thing going on, and it's really pissing me off because I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know why.
I can tell you the reason of any motion. The reason of any motion on my live right now is because I just got off a ban. So.
Oh my god. Am I stupid?
What'd you do? Did you reinstall your Bluetooth driver?
No.
Okay, well, I would. That's the first thing I would have done. But
I think I'm gonna reset here real quick, just on the TikTok side. You'll come back.
wait, Renald, if you want to go into the Discord and share your.
What's up, y'all? We're back. Should I reset real quick on YouTube side? No, TikTok, not YouTube. Akub. It was called the Survivors Act. I'm gonna shut up. What are you even talking about in chat? I don't want to reset YouTube because I really don't like the look of that on my channel. So I'm gonna keep it open and hopefully get like a good debate on the TikTok side, and I don't have to worry about the shit. What's up? Thank you for coming back to live. So this, and I was making this point earlier. If you guys aren't familiar, Donald Trump has been violating the free speech and First Amendment rights of students and professors at Harvard, and also Harvard itself, by basically holding grants in certain like contract funding over Harvard's head, in retaliation for not basically censoring certain forms of political speech on their campus that the Trump administration disagrees with, right? It's like, it's so blatant, right? Like the thing that conservatives and MAGA has been complaining about for literal years, actual decade, literally a decade, right? Since Gamergate, and the fact they're suppressing our free speech, we can't be on any platforms, Hunter Biden laptop, suppression during C-19, and then Trump gets into office, and he literally says, we're going to take away your grants if you don't hire enough people, like, to like our level of viewpoint diversity, literally like saying you need to hire more conservative professors and like more MAGA or like Republican leaning people, and then also says, oh, and by the way, you guys also need to like suppress Palestinian speech on your campus. Like the antithesis, like everything they accuse the left of doing, like making schools indoctrination centers, they do it. It's disgusting. Alice, what's
Hi.
up? What's up?
Nothing. You are one of the people that annoys me a lot, but I'm gonna respect you.
Why do I know you? Annoy.
Well, I think that you're a lot like Dean Withers, and I think that you have ChatGPT pulled up on your screen.
Johnny Dash.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I don't like Dean Withers. So,
Wait, are you Scratch and Scratch down here?
yeah, that's my second account.
Also, Trump does not hate free speech. He hates suppression of speech. That's why he built his Truth Social after he got suspended from Twitter.
Let me try and... Let me show my shit. Oh, bro. I was gonna show this. See, I have an article, I have a couple court cases pulled up here in Court Listener, and I have my research doc. Because I do research. I don't have ChatGPT pulled up.
Okay, you're a nerd.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. I do research to come to my
Well, I
opinions. It's not
didn't
bad.
mean it meanly. No, I'm just saying that after Trump was banned from Twitter in his first term, he was so pissed off that he made a whole nother app, Truth Social, where he could just talk as much shit as he wanted to.
I agree.
I feel like he fully advocates for free speech. Yeah.
I think he advocates for it. I still think he hates it, right? I think he wants free speech for himself and people who agree with him, right? But when it comes to, right? You
No,
can't say
that's
you're-
it's
you can't
just
be-
it's just
you can't
if you say that you
can't say-
disagree, if you disagree with him and you say, I'm going to, I don't know, just the things that people were doing with Charlie and advocating and
But
praising
he was
and
acting
all
like
that
his
stuff.
administration has had multiple court cases which he has lost, where the courts came to a determination where they were violating the First Amendment rights of either students.
I mean, you could go back to like the January 6th event, but he never said, he never ever advocated for
I never
them to
said
go
he
and do
did.
that.
That was a hard pivot, okay? Like once again, like I agree, Donald Trump wants to be able to say whatever he wants, and people agree with him. But right, the point
He's
of
not
free
gonna
speech,
hurt you for disagreeing with him, but he's gonna.
the point of free speech, the point of free speech, right, is being able to like disagree with the Trump administration, in which they weren't. They were literally
Yeah,
suppressing.
you can do that.
On campuses.
That's fine. You could disagree with them, but the point of free speech, if we're talking free speech, like burning flags or like hurting ICE officers or beating on their cars, that's not free speech. That is. That is
I never said that was free speech.
incitement
Never said it was free speech. I said that the Trump administration, like in the cases I've been talking about, and if you want to look, anybody can look them up. Harvard Fellows versus HSS, Harvard Present Fellows v. United States State Department, and Harvard Present and AUUP v. Marco Rubio, and AUUP. I think it was VHSF.
Yeah,
again.
I mean, the people.
In all of those cases, right? They have come to determination. The Trump administration was violating the First Amendment rights of students, citizens, and Harvard itself by taking federal grants and funds and taking them away in retaliation for Harvard not suppressing pro-Palestinian speech on their campus, and also not hiring or literally trying to like inject more conservatives in like views into campuses. That's like a pretty explicitly a violation.
Okay, I'm not like disagreeing with you, but I do think that Trump's main goal is to do a complete educational reform, and I do agree with him. I think that when you're in college or high school mainly, you should be taught how to pay your taxes, how to like invest in a business, all this stuff.
Conversation, right?
I'm not pivoting. I'm not pivoting. He's advocating for an educational reform. This is why he's trying to change it.
I never said he wasn't, but he obviously doesn't care about free speech because he's willing to trample on it.
He does care about free speech, but you just can't be.
Why would they violate the Constitution when they were doing that?
They're not violating. You got to understand that the Democratic Party is lobbying so much media onto people who are in college right now.
Wait, so that justifies
going against the educational system is ran by the Democratic politicians.
You can make what you just said there was just justifying Trump's actions of violating the First Amendment, violating people's free speech.
No, because the educational system is ran by Democratic politicians.
If you want to make those arguments, that's fine, okay? But that does not deny the fact that he violated their First Amendment rights.
Now, why is colleges, all of them, ran by Democratic politicians? All of the educational system is ran by them.
Violate the First Amendment rights of Harvard, their students, and immigrants there? No. Okay.
No, because they violated it first.
What do you mean?
Because I just said the educational system in colleges and high schools are all ran by Democratic politicians. They've took it over.
That doesn't make any sense. How can Harvard violate free speech?
Because if they're owning all of the educational system, that's not fucking fair.
Does Harvard own all the educational system?
No, the Democratic Party owns all of Harvard.
Okay, the Democrat Party owns all of Harvard?
Yeah.
The Democrats own Harvard. Can you get a source for that? First of all, you're just lying. Second of all, it wouldn't matter. Right?
I'm not lying.
Democrats don't own Harvard. First of all,
Democrats own the educational system. You can't even lie about that. You know that's true.
Second of all, it literally does not matter, right? You understand that private corporations literally can't violate people's First Amendment rights.
Yeah, but they can buy out the educational system and have ownership over it.
This is a complete pivot in conversation, right? Because
it's literally not.
You made a claim that they did it first when the First Amendment is about the government not impeding your speech, not private corporations. And
okay, well, the Democratic Party buying out.
Thank you for the concession, by the way.
The Democratic Party buying out colleges, that is violating First Amendment.
Can you prove that? How?
What do you mean? You got to look up how much money the Democratic Party has paid towards the educational system.
Corporation, right?
What are you even talking about right now?
Wait, you understand the Democratic Party?
They pay to lobby to push their agenda. This is called lobbying.
Is the Democratic Party a private corporation?
You need to look up the definition of
Can you
lobbying.
Answer that question, yes or no? Is the Democratic Party a private corporation?
This doesn't matter with what
Yes,
I'm
it
saying.
does, because only the government can violate the free speech.
Even if they're a
First-
private corporation, they can still lobby.
Okay, so is the First Amendment about restricting the government restricting free speech?
The First Amendment is the freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
Okay, what the First Amendment says is that Congress shall make the law impairing freedom of speech, freedom of expression, religion. The government, or in this case, this is Congress, but that's extended to the government, so that includes the executive branch, and Congress, obviously, because they're the ones actually making the laws and enforcing them, right? The Democrats are a private corporation. They can't do that because the First Amendment is about restricting the government. That's the point of our Constitution.
I'm not so much hardcore MAGA anymore. I'm more like
Okay, just concede the
libertarian.
point. You can just, that's fine. You
But
can just concede the point that Donald Trump and his administration
yeah, I know
violated the
it's
First Amendment
more.
rights of
I'm more
people,
upset
and
with
they
like
don't like
the
free
whole
speech.
Israel deal, you know. But that's
Well,
the
just concede
only
the,
thing
just
I'm
concede the
upset.
point then, right? Donald Trump is an
No,
administration.
no. I still believe in a full educational reform because I
I
think the
never
kids
said that. What
nowadays,
is that? That is such a pivot, right?
because teachers
That's
have
such a
to
pivot.
teach what they're
No,
given
but I
at the
never
beginning of
said.
the year.
I
If they
know,
don't, they can get fired.
Alice. I never said anything about an educational reform. I just said they violated the First Amendment, and that's true.
Yeah, but we voted for an educational reform.
Cool. So you admit that they violated the First Amendment.
No,
You okay?
I want Trump to completely change
Okay.
the
So
educational
I'm gonna cite
system.
the cases again, and I can read from them if we need to, right? Harvard President Fellows v. HSS, Harvard President Fellows v. United States State Department, AUP v. HSS, and AUP v. Marco Rubio. All four of those court cases, the District of Massachusetts Court, came to determination, right, that the Trump administration was violating the First Amendment rights of either students, right, who are either citizens or immigrants, or Harvard itself. Are they wrong?
I'm trying to explain. Let me explain. Violating students, fucked up. Violating the administration, I really truly believe that the administration and the rhetoric that they have for what they're teaching their kids is bought out by the
Okay, so
Democratic Party.
you just admitted again that they are violating it. You're just okay with it. 'Cause you
For
said
students, but the students are being indoctrinated by the
cool.
Democratic
So
Party.
okay, so you do admit they're violating the First Amendment, correct?
No, I'm saying that the
Wait,
students
how
are
can you
victims of the
wait?
Democratic
How
Party.
can you wait? Give me a sec. How can you admit
Can you
that they're
listen?
No, you're
I
not
said that the
listening.
students are victims of the bought out.
Alice, I never said anything about that. Lock in, right? You said that they were being violated, but they're victims of it, which means that
I
you do
literally
think it's being
locked in.
violated.
Why do you sound so much like Dean?
Alice, you literally just said multiple times that yes, it's being violated, the administrative First Amendment rights and the students, but they're being indoctrinated. So you just admitted that there are First Amendment violations happening, correct?
Yeah, to students.
Okay, you just said 2 seconds ago that it wasn't happening. So lock the
Students that
fuck-
are being
Alice,
indoctrinated by
lock
their
the fuck in.
teachers.
Lock the fuck in, okay? You're not tracking. Thank you, right? So now that you've admitted that First Amendment rights are being violated, and obviously Trump administration doesn't care enough when they're implementing whatever policy to do educational reform to do this, right? It would seem to me that they don't really care. about
You're
free
not
speech. In fact, they hate
understanding
free
me.
speech.
What I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the a system that they're teaching is bought out by the Democrats.
That
So-
has nothing to
no,
do with my
I'm
argument.
not done. You're not letting me land my plane.
That has nothing to do with my
Please?
argument.
Let me land my plane. So these kids are being taught something and they have to follow the rubric. The teachers do, otherwise they'll get fired. Like they have to teach these kids these things, and these kids are being
that's not how it
indoctrinated by the Democratic Party. Yes, they are.
Okay, what is my point? Like, what is the argument that I've been making this entire time?
That Trump hates free speech, and he
Why do I
doesn't
think that?
because of the fucking college system is what you've been going off on.
No. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I cited it to you 2 times. Why I think that? Alice.
Let's go to
stop
number 1.
Talking when you don't know my points. This is so frustrating.
I'm not
So
gonna
I'm gonna
repeat
I'm
what
gonna
you
make
said
I'm gonna make my
because we
point.
moved.
I'm gonna lay out my points very clearly.
No,
The-
shut up. Shut
the
up unless
court
you can
administra-
answer
the
my
court-
question.
Yes, the court administration, right? Sorry, the judicial branch has come to determination in 4 separate court cases, right, that the Trump administration, by revoking federal grants to try and hold over Harvard's head to literally suppress pro-Palestinian
I
speech.
already told you what I thought.
has
I want to go
suppressed
to
the
number
First Amendment
1.
rights of that. On top of that, Donald Trump has made comments, and this is a new argument, right? Has made comments during like sponsor meals saying if you're a immigrant student here, legal, and you're protesting, that he's going to kick you out of the country. That's a First Amendment right that they have protected. These are all instances of the First Amendment being
Well,
violated.
if you're an immigrant and
is
you
a
don't like
good
this country,
indication-
get out.
If you're what?
I said, if you don't like this country, get out. But also, he wants to unalive Democrats. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But look,
You're pivoting.
Democrats
Can you
have been
respond to the
trying
argument
to.
I just made?
No, Democrats have been shitting all
Can you
over
respond to
Trump
the
and trying to
argument I
unalive
made? Alice,
him
can you respond to
forever.
the arguments, man?
I did, and
did
now
not.
I'm answering the first one.
Really? Then what was the argument, man?
I said that Democrats have fucked with Trump more than they've ever fucked with any
What
other
was the
president.
argument I just made?
I answered your argument.
What was it?
I don't know. It was dumb.
You don't know! Stop fucking talking! Shut your mouth! Holy shit. Don't talk when you don't know my fucking arguments.
Are you trying to be Dean? I don't understand.
No, I'm not. I'm legitimately frustrated because I make good points and you start ranting about the Democrats. Take Joe Biden's dick
No,
out your
I was
fucking mouth and
talking
speak
about
to me.
the
I'm
first
making my
prompt.
points.
The first prompt says Trump wants to unalive Democrats, and I said, no, he
You
don't.
We're currently on the Trump hates free speech thing, right? Donald Trump's administration,
Yeah, and
including
I'm
himself, he
moving.
has directed his administration to do certain things to colleges, which the courts have ruled have been violations of the First Amendment, and in my opinion, are pretty expressly ones when you're trying to micromanage speech by leveraging federal funds. That's a violation of Harvard's First Amendment rights. On top of that, he's made
Oh,
comments.
like the Democrats do when they buy out
Can I finish?
Harvard?
Nice pivot again. Holy shit, are we talking about Democrats or Trump?
Well, I'm just saying.
Are we talking about Democrats or Trump?
Am I wrong that Democrats
Are we
buy out the
talking about
educational system?
Are we talking about Democrats or Trump? Are we serious? Are we serious? Harassment and bullying? What? Oh my god, we just got fucking banned.